It's the Orioles on Bassett, and welcome the O's back home. And we welcome you to a doubleheader as the Yankees and the Orioles begin a 4-game, 3-day set here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Both of these teams playing their second doubleheader of the season, not against each other. They have split the first, and we'll see whether or not the CC Sabathia route continues. He's struggled against the Orioles of late. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne, and welcome. And the big news, of course, last night for the Orioles and for each club and the players selected, those who are going to the All-Star game. We congratulate Manny Machado. Not a real surprise. Nevertheless, it was close at the end. For Manny, this is going to be the 4th time around. Not far to go, as he'll be up at National Park to participate in this one. Questions were asked, what if Manny's traded? Well, if he's traded to the National League, he'll be a reserve. He cannot start the All-Star game for the National League. If he's traded in the American League, yes, he could still start at shortstop. But for Manny, the big thing was final votes taken. I'm going.
Every jersey I put on has been an Oriole. I've performed this year as an Oriole. I've done everything possible. I've worked hard. The organization gave me the opportunity to go back to shortstop and play my natural position. So, for me to put that jersey on is always going to be like I said before, it's going to be like the first time I got selected to go to the All-Star game. Started one at third. Now I'm starting another one at short. So, it's just rolling through my mind that it's just somebody I didn't even think I was going to get it, but. The fans, I guess, kind of appreciated the way I've been playing, and I appreciate everything that they have done. So, try to hopefully put on that jersey, and if not, I'm always going to be grateful no matter what.
Jim, genuine excitement. There was a time there a few years ago it seemed like players sometimes almost wish they didn't go to the All-Star game. Seemingly not true anymore, and certainly not for Manny.
No, and going back to my year, we didn't like the National League. We just wanted to beat them. Never did, but we wanted to. And a little bit different. If you were starting pitcher, you pitch the 3 innings. But I think for Manny, we kind of talked about it really all year long. He's had an amazing year, and it's actually helped him moving from third to short. Maybe as good a third baseman as I've ever seen. Brooks Robinson says the same thing, won 16 straight Gold Gloves. But I think the focus on a team that's 41 games under 500, he's been able to, again, when started in spring training, be able to maintain that. And again, part of the notoriety is that now there's 6 teams, 7 teams. Now the Brewers are, the front runner. His name has almost been the last 2 months because the Orioles haven't played well on almost every front page all across the country. So it helps. And of course, he's a marvelous player. And, talking to all the scouts, they said, we saw him come up as a shortstop. He was going to be really good, and he still is, and has a chance to be an all-star shortstop for the first time.
And what gives him even more value, he's been able to do all this in a year with all of the things happening around him that Jim just talked about, an enormous amount of attention. Yankees at Orioles, it is a true doubleheader. And we'll give you the lineups for Game 1 when we come back. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by American Standard, find your local independent American Standard heating and air dealer at midatlanticcomfort.com. Glorious day here in Baltimore, real summer afternoon. Our game time temperature brought to you by BGE Home. We know more, we do more. It is 87 degrees. A little breeze blowing and the humidity down to 36%. Wind out towards right at the moment. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Yankees. They're dividing it up. Aaron Boone's got half his regulars in this game, and assuming the other half will be in game number 2. He's got Hicks, Judge, and Gregorius, Stanton, Frazier, and Walker, Drury, Higashioka, and Wade. For Aaron Judge this season, 25 home runs, or comes into the ballgame tied for second in the majors.
And Jippy Yacobonis, he's going to have a chance. Second major league start. His first one was against Seattle. And again, he's pitching relief. I mean, last year it was a dominant closer down at AAA Norfolk. This year trying to transition. You can see the two-seam fastball. And he's got a good one, 93 to 97. You know, he's got the change up, and he's got a good slider. But it's always been about command. And again, at the big league level, you throw hard. Almost everybody does. But can you keep it out of the middle of the plate? And it's a great test for him because the Yankees are the third best offensive team in the American League. They lead the American League in home runs.
Well, this is the opportunity with the two rookies starting today for each to again add to the impression as to who they are, what they are at the major league level, as the Orioles will continue to take a look at young players not only on the mound but in the field as well. And for Yacobonis, who has been a reliever throughout his career, the opportunity to be a starter, to join the rotation, that's what the Orioles want to look at, and that's what Buck Showalter will take a look at today. Obviously, the distance he can go in the game, we'll see as to just how effective he is, but having started just one major league game and not a lot in the minors, we'll look at those. The bullpen is probably going to play a very big part in both ends of this doubleheader. Here is Hicks leading it off. Gardner's sitting, usually the leadoff batter. Nothing wrong with Gardner. He'll be in game 2. When he's out, Hicks moves into the leadoff spot. This is the 19th time he's batted leadoff, and he's hit 9 leadoff home runs already out of this spot. Shift is on against him. Yacobonis works out of the stretch down to first base. That'll be backhanded. Mancini's got first. Yacobonis has got the bag.
I'll take a look at the Oriole defense, and again, Chris Davis is not playing, so Rickard, Jones, Valencia. You got the lefty, Sabathia, that dominates lefties. So you got the right-handed guys out in the outfield: Beckham, Machado, Scope, Mancini. So everybody, and then Caleb Joseph doing the catching. Everybody a right-handed hitter against CC Sabathia. Numbers dictate that to some degree.
And here is Aaron Judge with the big numbers, then headed off to the All-Star game as selected by the fans. Shift on the other way. Ball goes to center. It's an atom ball on the first pitch. And there are 2 down. For the Yankees, they come in trailing the Red Sox by 2. Our PNC inside the numbers.
So it's not the batting average because they're 5th, but it is, I mean, the runs per game, better at home than on the road. Home runs first, starter ERA, bullpen terrific. Better have a lead when you get into the 7th, and then you can see home runs allowed. They're 4th. That might have something to do with Yankee Stadium. Play a lot of their games there. It's a pretty good hitting ballpark.
And for Aaron Boone, first-year manager, could you ask for better players? I'm not sure. What a way to start your managerial career, and he's handled it well. Pitch will be taken for his strike as Didi Gregorius shows a little bunt right there. Gregorius has had a couple of problems at the plate of late. Got off to a tremendous start. He's hitting .222 in the month of July. 6 for his last 27. Overall average still good, and of course with power. We're talking about Jimmy Yacobonis down below at AAA, turning him into a starter this season. He did extremely well. 14 starts. He went 3-2, but his ERA was 2.91. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, the most he pitched was 5 innings, and he did it pretty efficiently. The most pitches he threw was 83.
So we'll keep an eye on him today, see how effective he is here against the Yankees. And of course, as Jim said, only 1 start for him here at the major league level. He faced the Yankees his first appearance in the majors. 3 runs, 2 hits in an inning. That was in New York back on the 7th of April. That ball just turns on and spreads a souvenir to the empty seats over there.
I think that was a changeup. I mean, Gregorius, you talked about. I mean, what an April. You know, hit 10 home runs, drove in 30, hit 330, and boy, and then all of a sudden 149 in May. Same guy, didn't get hurt. Boy, reading all the articles, you know, again, thought he could hit everything. Swung at balls out of the zone. That usually doesn't work at this level.
1-2 delivery by Yakubonis, and that's going to come inside.
He could be, Gary, and hopefully that'll be the case for the Orioles, effectively wild. I mean, I went through this early on where when you have the kind of arm he does, and he has got a special arm, is that almost sometimes I don't know if they can really sit in one area because I'm not sure he knows where it's going, but he will be between 94 and 98.
Don't dig in.
No.
2-2 delivery on the way, and another breaking ball that's going to miss down low.
You know,
he walked 20 in 55 innings in the minor league games at AAA this year.
I mean, last year, I mean, he had a 1.32 ERA, but then again, that was out of the bullpen for AAA Norfolk.
2 down, nobody on. Didi Gregorius, 3-2. Yakubonis would get a ground ball foul outside of first, so Gregorius going deep into the count here. If you want to look at the left-right numbers for Yakubonis on a more extensive scale, of course, that would come from the work he did with the Tides. And he put up some pretty darn good numbers with AAA. Runners in scoring position, only 118 against him at AAA. And right-handers hit 161, left-handers 225. So good both ways. High sky, and Rickard is out there looking up into it and finds the baseball. Didi Gregorius retired in a 1-2-3 inning. Orioles will face the left-hander Sabathia when we come back. And you get to watch too. So some of these fans will be here a long time today. Let's take a look at the lineup. Brought to you by Southwest. Low fares, nothing to hide. That's transparency. Beckham, Jones, Machado, Trumbo, Scope, and Valencia. Rickert, Mancini, and Joseph. Jonathan Scope hitting again. 6-game streak coming into this one and a good average.
And they'll face CC Sabathia. They certainly know what he's all about. Cutter's so important, and so is the changeup, because that's the way at age soon to be 37. That's the way he pitches to both sides of the plate. And you can look at the numbers. He's done a really good job doing that. I mean, he's 6-3. He's been consistent. If you're Aaron Boone, you know he's going to get you 15 to 19 outs, and usually do it pretty efficiently.
Tim Beckham will take the first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. As everybody has noted and everybody knows, the Orioles do not do well against off-speed pitchers. They are a fastball hitting team, and they've not really adjusted to all of the soft stuff and breaking balls they have seen, because everybody knows that's what they're not hitting. So Sabathia, if he's able to control some of the stuff he throws, could be real tough.
He's really made a great transition from a power pitcher. I mean, he used to throw 96 to 98 and, you know, subjugated his ego, and he can pitch.
Down to third, foul.
Yeah, I mean, for him, it's always, at least lately, never really had a whole lot of arm problems. It's been the right knee, the landing knee. He's a large guy. I mean, you know, early on, he was a terrific athlete. I mean, he played all kinds of sports coming out of Vallejo High School outside of Sacramento. But the innings and the age and the weight has taken its toll.
And Beckham, that one came way inside on him. Beckham's gone 4 for 18 lifetime against CC Sabathia. The Orioles are now 10 and 20 against left-handed starters this year, and that is the second lowest win percentage against left-handed starters on the season in the American League. And somewhat surprising because the batting average against the left-handers has not been all that bad. Pitch will be taken away. Just floated that one in at 83 miles an hour.
Well, that's that changeup. So cutters in, you get the foul balls, and then you try to turn it off, get him out on his front foot.
So a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Beckham doing some work early here on CC Sabathia. He's after his 244th career win. 2-2 delivery and one up with it and got him.
So in and out, in and out. Change up down and away at 83. Doesn't go for it. And then it's not 98 like it used to be, but it is 88 out of the middle of the plate. So again, if you're a hitter, you better be patient. You can see Tim Beckham. He tries to do everything. Gets his foot down. There it is. And look where the ball is. And it's not like it's right on the corner. But once again, the ability to pitch in on the right-hander's back heel and their hands, tough to gauge.
Adam Jones, big numbers against CC and obviously a lot of games. Adam hitting .296 lifetime against him with 5 home runs. Yankees do not shift all the way around as a lot of clubs have been doing of late. A little surprising since CC throws so much of the soft stuff that Adam might get around on. But
yeah, they play him almost a pull in left field, and then Hicks, who's a really good center fielder, is about 4 steps into right field. So there's a huge gap out in left center field here.
Yeah, he'll take 2 down low, and just as I say that, they go into the full shift.
Well,
now that he's ahead on the count.
And he becomes a pull hitter when he's ahead in the count, and when he's behind, he'll use the whole field.
And the pitch is going to be in there for a strike, staying away, staying up high. CC Sabathia against the Orioles in the ball game back on April 6th. Non-decision. He gave up 3 runs, 4 hits, 4 innings. 3 home runs surrendered in that ball game by Sabathia. And Adam on a check swing. The accidental foul ball strike. That will even it up. Now Wade moves back onto the other side. Got to keep your roving eye on that guy.
Yes,
StatCast powered by AWS.
Yeah, and they're going to move Tyler Wade even more so because this is what the charts tell him. Well, Adam's done a nice job, which is why his average is over 280 of using the whole field.
Came in that time with a little heat, popped it up first base. It'll be in foul territory and played there by Walker starting at first.
Well, there's their defense, and as Gary Thorne said, it's a little different. Frazier plays left. Hicks is, I mean, gold quality center fielder. Judge can, you know, everybody thinks home runs, but he can play right. Drury, Gregorius, Wade, Walker, and Higashioka, who, boy, he put on a home run display last week after going 0 for 22 home runs in 3 consecutive at bats.
Great chance for him being called up. So now there are 2 down, and Sabathia will face Manny. Oriole All-Star comes in with a 4-game hit streak. 2 down, nobody on. 377 lifetime average against CC Sabathia. 377.
And this is how you want to pitch him, because if you make your pitch, and we've seen 9 home runs in April, 8 in May, and only 5 the last 2 months because they've been very careful with the way they pitched to him.
There's a little breaking ball, tried to backdoor that, but missed it. And the count go to 2-0, so he starts Adam Jones out 2-0. Same thing on Manny Machado.
And then they move again. They shift. They were straight away. Now they move over because their charts say he'll pull the ball.
And the 2-0 delivery on the way. Manny tried to take advantage of that, lifted his back leg to try and take it to right field. Well, you take a look. These are starters, all-star starters at both third and short. Cal's one of those. A-Rod, Great Archie Vaughn, and Manny Machado. both third and short all-star starts. Now Buck has come out talking about, well, I'm not sure what he's pointing towards, the catcher or towards Manny.
I mean, maybe it's something with the chalk.
Yep. John Tumpane is the home plate umpire.
And I would imagine Jim Reynolds, who's down at third, would be the crew chief.
Yeah, Jim down at third is not the regular crew chief, but they've got an umpire in for a vacationing crew chief, so he has the role. I think I know what he was saying. The catcher was out of the box. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way. That ball would be put down the line in right. Judge. And he's got it. So a 1-2-3 inning for both pitchers to begin game one of our doubleheader. Here during the commercial break. Manny at the plate slipped. Watch this back foot.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like on a wet turf if you had, you know, maybe the plastic golf shoes. And sometimes they actually don't wear spikes.
Look at this. I think Boone is now going to say, okay, why don't we try this? He said something about, I think, something that's being worn by Yacobonis. Or are we just waiting to get the ground screw back?
This was, I mean, this affects both hitters, and you know, maybe you know, they put clay. It's funny when we finish the games, you can hear them, and not only here but ballparks across the country, probably even up in Canada. You can hear the tamping.
Oh yeah,
where they're putting the clay in because you do dig out a hole in front of the pitching rubber, and then at home plate, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. So they're doing a little. Well, you said yesterday they could solve a lot of problems, groundskeeper, by going everywhere, trying to do it right here at Camden Yards.
So they'll redo a batter's box that umpires thought was a little too slippery. Put a little dirt down. We'll see whether they re-chalk this or not.
Well, they erased that anyway, so.
Yeah. True.
And I'm sure Buck was just because of the awkward slippage of Manny Machado.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
You can turn an ankle or pull a groin. Or... So Yacobonis gets a little extra time out here. Clock obviously has already expired, but he couldn't throw while they were working back there. Take a look at how these two teams have played. They come in 6, having split 3-3.
Yep. And you know, again, I mean, when you consider the Orioles are 41 games under 500 and they're 29 over, I mean, the Orioles actually they've done a little bit nicer job. You can see the Orioles actually have out-homered the Yankees. Now, pitching. Orioles bullpen, even though O'Day is going to have surgery, Thursday? So he's gone. They've outpitched him bullpen-wise, which is pretty impressive.
Yep. Well, that series in New York, it's probably the best series the Orioles played all year, where they went up and took the series.
And don't think that Aaron Boone did not remind. I mean, I don't think a team like the Yankees, you don't even, they remember early April.
Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton, one of those extras who will be voted on by the fans now to decide the last two players, one in the American, one in the National, to go to the All-Star game. Stanton has had a bit of obviously a rocky start, and really put up some numbers and kind of settled back a little bit, but the ever dangerous in the lineup. Stanton will be followed by Frazier and Walker. Stanton is the designated hitter here in this ball game, and you see how the road has favored the numbers that he has put up this season.
Well, did not have a good start, and the fans up in New York let him know. That's changed up there. But
2-1 in the air to left field. That's sheer muscle on that swing, and goodbye home run. Giancarlo Stanton had to pull his arms in, and he still put one out of the ballpark. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. Stanton's 22nd and 52nd RBI.
Well, he hit 59. He was the reigning National League MVP, and this is a very right field at New York, left field here more so than right field at Camden Yards. Probably hit that ball about 365 feet, and it's a 2-1 fastball, so he's looking heater. And we just watched him backspin this ball. And again, it's almost like he just hit the bottom of the ball and it sailed out of here.
2 home runs against the Orioles on the season for Stanton, and they jump out to the lead. 1-0 count. Clint Frazier at the plate. Frazier getting the start in left field in this ball game, and the pitch will be taken for a strike. Yankees organization has got a lot of talent. Not many organizations that have depth at a number of positions, but they are one of them, and Clint Frazier provides part of that depth. Cabonas will deliver outside. Frazier came up from Scranton prior to Saturday's game in Toronto. 4th time he has been up with the Yankees. He's hit in the leadoff spot as well, and made starts in the outfield wherever you like him. Left field is where they think he's best. Cabonas will hit the knees on the outside corner with that one. 95.
Well, Brian Cashman, who's been there over 32 years, back in 2016. Andrew Miller went to Cleveland. Frazier, one of those guys, and then the Aroldis Chapman deal to the Cubs, helped them win the World Series. They get Gleyber Torres, who's been injured, but marvelous young player.
Swing and a miss. Cabonas kept it down and gets it.
Yeah, Gary, I think that 2-1 fastball, which is what Stanton hit, Frazier lets it go by, and now all of a sudden you're looking for both, and he just can't get to 96. Nice movement, good location. It's down in the zone. Late movement, doesn't get to it.
So first strikeout for the Orioles starter. Cabonas will work against Walker. Walker, a switch hitter. Neil Walker getting the start at first base in this ball game. Walker will lift one in the air to center. Adam Jones has room, deepest part of the ballpark, and puts it away. 2 down. Fans are invited to paint in the park tomorrow, July 10, prior to the 7 o'clock game against the Yankees. Each ticket package includes a 2-hour pregame painting session in the bullpen picnic area. It'll be led by Pino's Palette, plus a ticket to the game. Ticket packages are exclusively available at Orioles.com/paint. Stanton with a home run, his second of the year against the Orioles, and the second home run he has hit in his career here at Camden Yards. Here's Drury, and he will take the pitch for a strike. Drury getting his 15th game under his belt, just $195 with a home run and 7 RBIs. Middle is left wide open in the infield as Manny moves over towards third base defensively. Scope stays on the second base side of the bag against Drury.
Yeah, he was going to be their third baseman, and then the migraines early on went on the DL. Michael Andujar you start. We'll see him the second game.
Yep. Andujar's on the bench. Pitch will be taken away. So much time at AAA for Drury. 48 games. Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He hit .314 there. 5 home runs, 29 RBIs. In the National League All-Star team. So here's yet another of those players who provides depth to the Yankees. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Yacobonis delivery way outside. That swinging arm delivery and that finish with a lot of arm in it throws him off towards the first base.
Well, that's when you swing your leg. And, you know, if he's going to have success, I mean, he's got the stuff. He needs to work on the command, and he'd like to come up with a little more of a leg pickup, put it down. Easier to command your stuff, throw the quality pitches. I went through it. Miguel Castro has struggled with it lately.
26 years old. Yacobonis delivers outside with that as well. So 3-2.
And it's actually, I mean, this delivery's pretty good. I mean, the leg just goes up, but watch what the front shoulder does. Now, does it go straight or does it go left a little bit early? And in this case, again, this is how he falls off. So you can see, I mean, how dramatic that is. And
3-2 delivery on the way. Ground ball towards second. Jonathan Scope. And Drury is retired. So Stanton leads the inning off with a home run. That puts the Yankees on the board with a 1-0 lead. Put it up to the East Winds page. Manager John Gibbons, Toronto, called a team meeting to announce to the room that Jay Happ was going to his first All-Star game. That was nice. Happ said, it matters a great deal to me. It lessens the sting of Saturday a little bit. He had a real bad outing against the Yankees, but the last couple have hurt, meaning the last 2 starts. So this is nice.
yeah, 12 runs in his last 2 starts, and of course he's up there on the radar of the Yankees looking for starting pitching.
Yep. It's kind of funny. There were stories about how that was kind of a showcase for Happ against the Yankees. Well, he's only pitched against them about 100 times over the last 10 years, so I'm not sure there was much of a showcase involved.
And he's 8-3 lifetime with a very low ERA, but that was not. I mean, they came into that game. I think they had won 10 of their 11 starts against lefties, so that number went up.
Yeah.
They can wear out left-handed pitching. Red Sox.
Yes.
Keep that in mind. Maybe not Sale, because Sale dominated him, but your normal lefty, you better be on your game. Sale's not that.
Mike Trumbo.
Yeah.
There you see the numbers against CC Sabathia. The Orioles DH, Scope and Valencia to follow. The Orioles have lost 6 in a row, coming off a road trip where they did not win a game. So trying to recover from that here at home in this doubleheader. 1-1 delivery. Sabathia will move the pitch inside. Sabathia is one of those pitchers you think you know what's coming, but it still is mighty hard to hit.
Well, he's also about 6'7", and weight anywhere from doesn't really matter. He's big. And he hides the ball well. And I don't mean that making
No,
fun
no,
of him.
I
He's
know.
a great. I mean, you look at this. You don't know where it is. And, you know, you think you got a good pitch. We saw 88 last inning, and we saw 191. That was 92.
No, he just, his ability, the command he has to move that stuff around, pretty amazing.
And then the key, of course, when you become a veteran pitcher is if you do miss, you don't miss in the middle of the plate. And the veterans know that. Now, it doesn't mean they don't make that mistake, but do it less than others.
And Trumbo and a breaking ball that's turning away from him.
Yeah, that's that changeup, Gary. And so, you know, you come in, you get maybe one pitch to hit, you miss it, and then he turns it over, and it's perfectly thrown. So that's, again, so you're seeing what? His back. And then you don't see it, and then he makes the perfect pitch, which certainly exacerbates the chance of hitting him.
So that is strikeout number 2 for Sabathia. That'll bring up Jonathan Scope. Jonathan's got the hit streak going, and the Orioles hope it signals the second half. Didi Gregorius right where he needed to be. Scope is retired, 2 down. Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, Laurie Kaz from Thurmont, $500 for being selected, $500 more for every Orioles home run hit today. Play Home Run Rich's scratch odds went up to $50,000. Or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. And Laurie, good luck. 2 down, nobody on. Sabathia will face Valencia. Danny O for his last 24 at the plate. And Sabathia's pitch way outside. 2.22 his batting average against CC. Danny, of course, brought over by the Orioles to face left-handers primarily. Has seen a lot more playing time maybe than expected. He's hit lefties at 279. 40 points higher than righties. Fouls that one away.
So again, you know, lifetime batting average against lefties, and this is again his whole body of work. I mean, all the years he's played is well over 300. But Sabathia 2.22 because you have a veteran lefty that says, okay, how do we want to get him out? Not going to give him a fastball to hit unless I make a mistake. We're going to cut it in. We're going to turn it over. And unless he's willing to go the other way, probably not going to get a whole lot of hits.
Yeah, and that'll go to short. Big hop. Gregorius. He's got him. That's a 9-pitch inning for CC Sabathia. He has retired the first 6. Yankees up 1-0. Take a look at the East Winds page. All-Stars again. There was applause from Mookie Betts, Craig Kimbrell, J.D. Martinez, Chris Sale. All obvious choices for the Red Sox. But their manager, Cora, waited until the end to say that first baseman Mitch Moreland would join them. I think of everyone who made it, the entire clubhouse was more pleased with knowing that Mitch was going to the All-Star game, said Kimbrell. We're all excited for him. From the Boston Globe, Red Sox sending 5.
Yeah, Moreland having a terrific year. I don't think a lot of people thought he was going to resign, but he did, and he actually, and then they let Hanley Ramirez go, so he's their everyday first baseman.
They had to change the All-Star ballot. That ball's driven in the air to right center field. It is deep, and it is going to hit right at the base of the wall. Higashioka moving into second base, and he's got a stand-up double.
Well, we told you about starting out 0 for 22, and then he hits 3 straight home runs. So he's a dead red fastball hitter. He hit one of them in Yankee Stadium in right field. So what does he get here? I mean, it's out over the plate. He just belts it. Look how far back he hits it. Foot's down, lets it travel. And again, I mean, it's center cut, so it's very hittable. And he just misses a home run by what, 3-4 feet.
His 8th game, he will pick up his first double. He had 3 home runs before he got a double. So the Yankee catcher on. Higashioka in scoring position, and here is Wade. Wade up the middle. He's got a base hit. It hit off the mound. They will hold him up at third. Not particularly fast. Adam will get it into the cutoff man. So Wade's on with a base hit. The Yankees cover the corners with nobody out.
Yeah, so they're all going to look fastballs, and that's what it is until he throws his breaking ball changeup over. And again, Tyler Wade, he came in hitting 086 because not a lot of bats got to play early. And so already I think they've said, okay, we've seen him. This is what we're going to do. And young pitcher in Jimmy Yacobonis, and he's going to have to use all his pitches or they're going to be sitting on fastballs.
So 2 on. 3 hits on the board for the Yankees. And Hicks. The infield will play for 2 with Beckham in at third and Mancini holding first. Hicks grounded out his first time up. Yacobonis delivers to him and will miss inside for a ball. Higashioka not fast, so probably would not take off on contact here. We'll see. He's got some pretty good room on the right side because the Orioles infield shifted that way and they are playing deep. 1-0 delivery. Hicks trying to drive in a run, fouls it right straight back. Phil Nevin, third base coach, going over to talk to his lead base runner there every time. Make sure he knows when they want him to go and when they don't.
Well, again, if you're Jimmy Yacobonis and you mentioned only this second major league start, you're saying, okay, I'll give him a run. Nobody out, but no big innings.
Hicks down to first. Going to get one. Got to play at the plate. It's going to be in time. Chase down Joseph, and Beckham will put the tag on. And the Orioles get a big double play as the Yankees walk into that one, and a good play by Mancini at first base.
Yeah, the other part of it is Yacobonis says, okay, I'll throw a breaking ball, and here it is. Result, 1 hopper, tag the base, so there's your first out. Nice throw. And then Caleb, he's looking to see where the other runner, Tyler Wade, is, and he sees him going into second, so he just runs him down, and he'll tag the catcher out. So nice pitch, nice play, and then you get yourself 2 outs. And then you do the rundown the way you're supposed to.
Yeah.
No more than 2 throws.
And he's headed back to third. So now a runner at second base, 2 down, and a chance for Yacobonis to get out of the inning. Aaron Judge not going to let that happen. They'll wave him around. Joey Rickert throw to the plate, off the mark, runner to second, safe. Base hit Judge, a single, a run scored, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead.
Well, Tyler Wade can run, and Joey Rickert knows better than this. You just don't. I mean, you just can't miss the cutoff man, and you cannot allow them to get another runner. All you got to do is throw it, hit the cutoff man. If you think you have a chance, he won't cut it off, but the runner at first won't know that. Judge, good base running. You know, he's a big guy, and people, you know, they think he's just a home run hitter. He's a lot more than that. Not only does he get the hanging slider and hit it into left field for the RBI, he does a nice little job of getting into scoring position.
59 RBIs on the season now for Aaron Judge.
Yeah, you can't beat this team giving them extra outs and extra bases.
Ground ball up the middle. There it is, Jim. There's the extra base you gave him, which results in a run. Judge will score easily off on contact with 2 down. Didi Gregorius gets the RBI single, and the Yankees have a 3-0 lead.
It's not that the good clubs don't do this, miss cutoff mans, and then their pitchers give up base hits. It's just, you always talk about, I mean, the Orioles are going to have to go in another direction. Well, okay, well, get some guys up here that are going to do the little things, and the little thing, you're watching the third run score because of allowing him to get to second. And I think, and I understand, I think it's an emotional thing where for Joey Rickard, you've been around, you're a good defensive player, you want to throw the guy out, but you can do it the way you do it in spring training. Hit the cutoff man. Because if they want to run themselves out of the inning, by cutting it off and let them do it, but when you throw it over the cutoff man's head, and we can see it's really hurt the Orioles here. This is such a good team. You got to play at your best.
47 RBIs for Didi Gregorius. Stanton had a home run his first time up. Stanton will pump that one the other way down the line, curving, and a souvenir in the corner.
Well, he's an equal opportunity home run guy. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's right or left. He 2-1 fastball the first time, so he pulled it. He's looking heater, got it. You pitch him out over the plate. That's why he's such a tough out. And again, count. Exit velocity actually low for him at 98, but hit it to the shorter part of the ballpark. Good pitch right there.
Stanton's got 3 home runs now in the month of July. He's hitting over 310 this month. That was hit number 10 for him in 30 at bats. That homer. Runner on at first base. 0-2 count with 2 down. Yankees jumping out to the early 3-0 lead. And a check swing went around. Home plate umpire made the call on it. So second strikeout for Yacobonis, but not before 3-run score on 4 hits. 1 left, 3-0.
Photo or video with hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
Well, the Orioles down early in this one as the Yankees take the 3-0 lead in the ball game. For the Yankees, they're averaging a little over 5 runs a ball game, third best. The home run was the 148th they have hit this year. That is first in the American League. And Frazier, part of it, coming off the bench defensively, and CC Sabathia looking for a little help here. Got it, and got it early. He's got some room. Rickard, Mancini, Joseph be up for the Orioles. 5 for 11 for Joey Rickard off CC, and he's thinking about bunt. They had the corners charging.
Yeah, with the knee problems, that is, again, if you're looking for offense. And you do it on when there's less than 1 strike. So now they are going to play maybe a step closer, both at first and third.
Sabathia working behind hitters, 2-0 early in the ball game. We'll get that one in there for a strike. Drury another step in at third base. Comes back with a strike on the inside corner. Sabathia has not had a win against the Orioles in his last 8 starts. That goes back to June 5 of 2016. Last year didn't have any record against the Orioles. A 7.41 ERA in 3 starts last year. Foul back and out of play. He's trying to get back on the win track. Sure had plenty of them overall. He has won 19 games against the Orioles, 19-10, including an 11-7 record here at Camden Yards.
And the interesting thing to me is that in those games, of course, where he's won 1-3 with a 4.30 ERA for the Oriole pitchers was 3.65. So
he gets him on a K.
Well, he gets back into the count, and he's able to throw his fastball. He kind of picks and chooses. Rickard, he can hit some home runs, but not a home run guy. And then once he gets to 2 strikes, then he goes with that little slider. That breaking ball that you talk about. Almost everybody on this ball club, much better fastball hitters. Don't adjust very well to the off-speed pitches.
Trey Mancini and Caleb Joseph due up. Mancini 2 for 11 lifetime off CC Sabathia. So far, tough month has continued. Only a couple of hits so far in July for Trey. He's gone 2 for 19 with a home run and pitch taken down low. Sabathia will pick up a new baseball on that one. Doesn't surrender a lot of walks. Seeing keep coming back on these counts early in the game. He's had the 71 strikeouts, 24 walks. He'll definitely work in on hitters. He's hit 8 batters this year, and only a couple of wild pitches. So,
and meanwhile, while he's doing all that, they're getting him about last year almost 6 runs a game when he won 14 games for him, and then this year over 5.5 runs a game. And they're on their way today.
Yep. 1-2 delivery on the way. Trey will ground it back to the mound. Not a good idea, CC. Bare hand, Gregorius. It'll go 1-6-3, and for Sabathia, he knows reaching out with your bare hand like that's a no-no.
Well, and it wasn't hit very hard. I mean, so maybe that will help him not getting hurt. Yeah, I mean, that's, again, all you got to do is break a pinky. Get a bruise, and then, of course, Gregorius bails him out. He doesn't get hurt, and he gets the out.
So 2 outs here in the third. Threw only 9 pitches in the second inning. Caleb Joseph 3 for 17 off the left-hander, and Caleb will take the pitch for a strike. Sabathia's won his last 2 starts against Atlanta and Boston. 3 wins, 2 losses in his last 5. 0-1 pitch. Caleb up 89 upstairs, 0-2.
He's only really, when you look at it, and this is start number 17, had 1 bad outing all year where he's given up more than 4 runs, and he only given up 4 runs twice.
Very solid and a bit of a surprise. They weren't sure how he would be coming back this year. And that one jumps up and bites.
Well, he'll turn 38 on July 21st, and last year was the last year of the big contract. I mean, somewhere in the $20 million range. And I think he likes playing in New York. Lives in New Jersey. Won 14 games. Went to the postseason, all the way through the championship series, and thought they had a chance to go to the World Series. So he comes back for, I think, 10 mil.
Yep. That'll go in the air off the fist to left field. Diving, can't get it. Frazier missed it. Hicks will back it up. Throw will come into the cutoff man, and it is a double and the first hit for the Orioles.
Was it Alan Greenspan when he was is it irrational exuberance? Young player, little looper. It's how you turn a single into a double. Come in, you got a 3-0 lead. The Orioles are trying to get back in the game. You dive when the ball's 3 feet in front of you. He means well. Well, I mean, it's and I'm not. It's.
There was no chance.
It just happens.
There was
You're
no
right.
chance to catch that though. Nope.
No. Yeah, you just play back, you catch it, throw the ball to second, 2
Base
outs. No. I mean, what if Beckham gets a base hit? This is what the Orioles are looking for. You're always looking for extra runs, whether you're ahead or behind. Early in the game, you get 27. If you give, make errors, you miss guys. I mean, everybody's trying to get as many runs as they can. So
Beckham after the RBI. 222 with runners in scoring position for Beckham. Strikeout victim, first time up. And the pitch will miss inside. Once again, 2-0 count. A lot of those in this ball game. Sabathia not minding having to work from behind, at least effective so far, working from behind.
Well, because he can pitch backwards, change speeds. Really doesn't matter what the count is, because you're not going to get what you think you're getting.
Caleb Joseph off second base. Ground ball to short. Gregorius. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've completed 3, game 1 of the doubleheader. Baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. Gary Thorne and Jim Palmer with you. First game of the doubleheader. Second one will start about a half hour after the first one. Yankees have the 3-0 lead, 3-5-0 to the Orioles 0-1-0. A couple of doubleheaders being played today. This one and also a game of the Phillies. They play 2 at Citi Field against the Mets today, making up for some of those snow out, rain outs, bad weather beginning of the season ball games that were lost. Yacobonis, no walks, couple of strikeouts. Frazier will be brushed back. Strikeout victim, his first time up.
Yeah, got behind him, took a 2-1 fastball, and then missed the 2-2 heater.
Yacobonis keeps it away.
And that's going to help Jimmy. They're looking fastball, as I mentioned earlier, and until he throws the breaking ball, which he did a nicer job last inning, even though he did give up a couple of runs.
Infield shifted around. That one up a little bit. Wanted it, though.
Yeah, well, that's a hanging slider, and he knows. Frazier's going, how did I miss that pitch? And Jimmy Yacobonis says, I got away with one.
Infield alignment moved over a little bit, but not in the full shift. The gap in left center for Frazier, and got him on the pitch called away.
Oh, John Tumpain, a good way to a home plate umpire. You could hurt your shoulder calling. Watch him call this strike. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Heat. Yeah.
So to stay in shape.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh.
Snap call.
You got to be doing your rotator cuff works to make that kind of call.
One away here in the 4th inning.
That's right, folks. We are doing a doubleheader.
Yes, we are. That will bring Walker to the plate. And Walker will watch one away for a ball. He too, most of the time at AAA this year, hit .271, 16 doubles, 18 RBIs, 64 games at AAA. Up and down, major league debut last season for Walker, who is a veteran whom they wanted, and he was traded for, picked up to give them some strength in that infield.
Well, he can play everybody everywhere, and he's a switch hitter.
Yeah,
and he's got power.
And they really went after him in the offseason. Really wanted him. Signed by the Yankees, a one-year contract. And a double-digit home run hitter over the past years. Each season from 10 to 17. So he's got some real power. 2-1 pitch on the way off Caleb.
Well, he had some years when with the Pirates where he'd hit 23, 24 home runs. And with Greg Bird, we'll probably see him in the second game. With him coming off that ankle injury, he did give them a guy that can play and he can move around. You know, Gleyber Torres is making the All-Star team. There is Greg Bird. He wasn't even on the roster to start the year. So
Agabonis, good pitch, tag put on.
yeah, nice little changeup. Hasn't used it a lot. Well, maybe it's a breaking ball. So either way, it's something other than the fastball. Gets ahead, gets him to chase, gets it out.
Yacobonis with 4 strikeouts. Bring Drury up on the ground ball out to second. Yacobonis retired the side in order in the first inning, and the home run by Stanton in the second, and a couple of RBI base hits by Judge and Gregorius in the third. .1-0 delivery on the way to him. That'll be outside. Manny the plate, and a good inning. Yacobonis sets him down in order with a couple of strikeouts. Orioles will look for some offense. Jones coming up. July 13 through 15. On Saturday, July 14, celebrate Maryland Day at Oriole Park. First 35,000, 15 and over, receive an Orioles Maryland flag script replica jersey presented by Morgan State University. For tickets, go to Orioles.com. Now the Orioles will try and get to Sabathia. No walks, 3 strikeouts. Orioles have 1 hit, the Caleb Joseph double. Adam Jones, Manny Machado, Mark Trumbo here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Jones popped out first base first time up. CC's delivery to him is on the inside corner for a strike. 6th time Yankees and Orioles playing a doubleheader here at Camden Yards. The last 5 played here, the Orioles had 2 sweeps. The Yankees a sweep, and then they split the other one. So the Orioles obviously would love nothing more than to do some damage to the Yankees, and more importantly get them out of their losing streak, put a W or 2 up. Adam off the end of the bat. Busy day at short for Gregorius.
Well, the quality of the pitches. Again, you're not getting a whole lot out over the middle of the plate. That pitch right there, a little change up, down and away, easy to roll over, and he does. And then their infield gobbles him up. And he's a good guy to pitch behind because, again, he throws a lot of strikes.
That'll bring Manny to the plate. Manny flied out. 4-game hit streak for the Orioles All-Star. 5th in batting starting the day, the average at .313. Best average at home, .362 in the American League. Down the line, and that is a fair ball. Rolls into the corner. Frazier will pick it up. Manny's on his way to second base. And the Orioles a couple doubles in the game. This one comes with just 1 away.
105 miles per hour, and you can see that slider doesn't quite get in, and he just hooks it into the corner. The minute off the bat, I mean, CC knows it's a double. Manny knows it's a double. And then goes Jim Reynolds, and there you go. So into the corner, head down, easily into second base. And again, the Orioles, they need to do what they haven't been able to do lately, Gary, get a hit with a runner in scoring position.
They've been hard to come by. Foul back and out of play.
I went into the Thursday night game, and of course they went into the Sunday game 4 for 38, but even Sunday they were 216. They're down to 211.
Last place in the league as a team with runners in scoring position. Trumbo has hit only .214 in these situations this year. Manny off second base. Manny's also up there among the total base leaders. That double will add to that. Manny came in total bases 5th. Now has 192 total bases on the year. Big gap in left center. Outfield squeezed toward the right center field alley. See how you got Judge and Wright moved over right into the gap, and Hicks has moved, the center fielder's moved over towards right. One ball, one strike. Yankees let Machado get a big lead. In the air, left field, got a lot of it going back at the wall, and goodbye home run. Trumbo delivers the long ball, and the Orioles get back in it as they make it a 1-run ball game, 3-2.
Yeah, with a couple extra base hits, and yeah, that does count. If you look at 99, very much like the Stanton home run, but this one a little higher, a little farther. Both at right around 99 miles per hour off the bat. Major League average in the upper, 89 or so. So 12th home run. A lot of home runs in June here in July, and so with one swing, you're back within 1 run.
Trumbo gets his 3rd career home run off CC Sabathia, who has given up 12 on the year. 9 of those have been hit by the right-handers, and the Orioles behind by only 1, and the pitch will be taken up by Scope.
We'll take a look right here. A little cutter, and again, we talked about, I mean, Stanton can hit the high fastball. Same with Judge. Manny, boy, he's just like chopping down on wood. Ball backspins. We'll talk about, again, bat head's point A. Ball is point B. You could see the hands stay high. They drop right down. Nice little hit the bottom of the ball and sails out of here.
Jonathan Schoop with a 1-ball 1-strike count. Lori Koss, our Maryland Lottery contestant, $500 on the home run put up. And coming in ahead was Manny Machado, who set the stage with the double. So the Orioles, something else they have had a hard time getting, and that's home runs, somebody on base. 2-ball 1-strike delivery. That's in the air, and that should fall. It'll be a base hit. Judge will come over to pick it up, and Schoop is on with a single, so 3 consecutive hits here in the 4th inning off Sabathia. Discover Siesta Beach in Sarasota, Florida, consistently ranked as one of the best beaches in the world. Plan now at visitsarasota.com. So the Orioles get the potential tying run on at first base here in the 4th inning. Orioles have now hit 104 home runs. 72 of those have been solo shots. But a 2-run homer here in this ball game by Trumbo. And the breaking ball will miss down low. Danny Valencia grounded out his first time up. Yankees have 5 hits on the board. The Orioles had 1 coming into this inning. And now have 4 in the ball game. Schoop being held by Walker, and the pitch will be taken up high.
I'll give you an idea of what an 0 for 25 can do. I mean, he came in. Actually, when he started the streak, he was hitting 292. Came in hitting 256. So he was really carrying, at least help carrying what offense the Orioles had in the month of June.
This is the inning where Sabathia's had most of his problems. Not real happy with the call there. Took a couple of strides in. He has now given up 12 runs in the 4th inning of ball games, and that's the only double-digit inning he has.
Yeah, Larry Rothschild, we just saw you a picture, the pitching coach, 8th year with the Yankees, and he knows what's going on. I mean, if he doesn't make his pitches, if he gets behind, he becomes more hittable.
And Valencia is going to get a walk. Valencia with an 0 for 25 gets on base with a free pass. The Orioles have 2 on. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 supporting the Leukemia Lymphoma Society Light the Night Walk. O's have drawn 244 walks for a total of $12,200. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Visit to the mound. Higashioka goes out and break the rhythm here of CC Sabathia. Orioles 2 on and 1 out.
Well, Joey Rickard comes to the plate, and now he gets the start because he's right-handed, and so he came in at now 5 for 12, but came in at 5 for 11. You can see hitting a little bit under 200, but 5 home runs. But you don't need a home run, boy. Just how about that ground ball up the middle? The Yankees hit.
Rickard 2 for 19 with runners in scoring position this year. He's got a runner out there in Schoop and another one over at first base in Danny Valencia. So the Orioles chance to have a big inning while CC Sabathia is looking for the ground ball. Chopper foul.
Yeah, we talked about it over the weekend in Minnesota, where the bottom of their order never lights out. But Rickard at 105. Mancini waits on deck at 083 after hitting 340 last year with runners in scoring position, and then Caleb Joseph at 118. But doesn't mean they can't get the big hit. They just haven't been doing it to this point.
0-2 delivery on the way, and I think he went around. Yep. So a strikeout, number 4 for Sabathia.
Now a little slider, fastball hitter way out in front. See how far the bat travels, and
So Trey Mancini will try and pick up the 2-out RBI or RBIs. 228 off the left-handers for Trey coming into the ball game. Got one up.
Yep. Well, there's a changeup I think that stayed up, and boy, last year he wouldn't have missed that pitch. I mean, that's the difference. Hittable pitch, fouled it off. Good swing.
Sabathia with the 0-1 delivery. Trey may have looked at those Sabathia numbers, saw that he had 8 hit batters, and decided to wear the helmet with the protector. I don't think he's worn that before.
Either that or just trying to change his luck.
Yeah.
Anything.
That might give me better focus, maybe see the ball better.
Anything.
I'll try it. First and second occupied. Breaking ball will just miss. Sabathia again with his head down.
Boy.
He's really unhappy with those calls.
Well, there are breaking balls, and umpires will tell you they go around the edge of the plate. So Higashioka, I mean, he's out there on the corner, and you can see it's just off the corner. Now he caught it perfectly. And lately he's been a hitter, but he's a great catch and throw guy. Came up through the minor leagues, so he presented that well, but it was outside.
CC's had a couple of those pitches where he's taken a long walk, couple steps in, and then a big circle, expressing displeasure. Here's the 2-1 delivery on the way to him, and he went around. Home plate umpire call on that one. 92 miles an hour, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So a little extra velocity, and the ball probably off the plate. Definitely swung at it.
Orioles made it a 1-run ball game on the home run by Mark Trumbo. Now trying to at least get it tied up. Scope off second. Valencia's off first. Timeout asked for at the plate. And the 2-2 pitch. Cut it in, so a full count, and the Oriole runners can be off.
Well, double home run, single, and a walk, and that will kind of make you right here. 3-2. Everybody will be running. He wants to make sure that is the count.
Three-two pitch, runners go, and we'll do that one more time. Trey Mancini trying to pick up big RBI or RBIs with the runners going. A base hit could score a couple.
Yeah, the sun's still not low enough. I mean, looking at about another 45 minutes to an hour where the first baseman, second base, especially right field, that'll get affected. The shadows will come to play. It'll be a little bit harder to see. You can already see sun, shadow, hitter in the sun.
3-2 again, and they're loaded.
I think the way Trey's been going, you probably hold your breath when that ball goes through by the outside corner, but ball definitely off the plate. And I think this is just a calm down. Veteran, as we mentioned, he's going to turn 38 on the 21st of July. And Larry Racha, okay, how do we get Caleb Joseph out?
So the sacks are full, 2 away. Yankees have a 3-2 lead. They came into the inning leading it by a score of 3-0. Now the discussion on what they want to do here, and also give Sabathia a moment.
Yeah, I think what Larry Racha is probably saying, okay, let's get back where we were early on and get ahead of the hitter. Still got a 1-run lead. Of course, Caleb dumped that single, actually turned into a double. Frazier played it into a double and left.
He's still upset about strike zone. Here is Caleb Joseph. Caleb had the double. First time up on a ball Frazier tried to catch, dove for, and it went by him. Now the Orioles get a chance to get the lead here with 2 away. Caleb will take the pitch way outside. Second chance with the bases loaded this year. Caleb 0 for 1 this season. Loaded him up with Scope's single, Valencia's walk, and the walk to Mancini.
He hits one up the left center field gap with everybody shifted around except the left fielder Frazier. You might get 3 runs in here. Yeah, there's that nice little slider.
Just 81.
Yeah. Well, the cutter is probably more 85 to 88. Slider 81, change up down and away 83, 84, and then he's added and subtracted with his fastball.
One delivery. Trying to get that outside corner call, and he's not getting the pitch there. And he's not going to get the call.
Now John Tumpane has made it pretty clear. Hey, you need to throw it over. Once again, look where the glove is. Does he move it back? Yeah, you can just see him move it just subtly trying to get the corner.
So 2-1. Again set up away and again away. So a 3-ball 1-strike count. A walk ties the game.
Well, I said earlier, Gary, you don't always get what you think you're going to get. I think you could look fastball in the middle of the plate here and hope to get it and see if Caleb gets that pitch, and if he does, maybe he can drive it somewhere.
3-1 count. Sacks are full. That will be fouled away, and it was one of those at 90.
Yep, and in on his fist. So even 3-1, able to make a good pitch. Yeah, the normal pitch count for CC Sabathian, again, they get him a lot of runs, is, he topped out at 102, usually 92 to 97. So they've certainly gotten the pitch count up here in the 4th inning.
3-2 delivery. The ground ball will go to third. Only play is going to be at first, and that's where it's made by Drury. But the Orioles get on the board after a double by Manny Machado. Trumbo delivers home run number 12. 2 runs in. Those will leave the bases loaded, but they make it 3-2. See, there's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day.
Well, Brendan Hanafy, and you could see 7-3. Yeah, again, look at the whip. That's walks and hits per innings. Only 15 walks, 97 inning pitch, and then again the ability to throw the ground ball. You kind of like that. Tall, 6'5", 180. Having a nice year. I was reading about our number 3 draft choice out of Arkansas, Blaine Knight, 6'3", 170. You know what Earl Weaver would say? Eat a potato. Come on. Got to eat a potato.
I like it. Higashioka will lead it off, and the pitch will be taken inside for a ball. Yankee catcher now has a 4-game hit streak. Delivered a double, but he did get thrown out in a rundown between third and home, and it was a big play in the third inning. The Yankees got a couple of runs on 4 hits in that inning. It could have had more, but the Orioles, on a fine play, Mancini to Joseph to Beckham, got a couple of outs on a ground ball that went to first.
So double off the wall on a fastball, 2 straight breaking balls, trying to stay away from the heater, and you're behind. Looking heater right here, and almost hit him.
Inside and away. Veteran minor league player out of Huntington Beach, California. In the majors, he had only 9 games under his belt prior to this year, and he'd been in the Yankee organization since 2008.
Well, Gary Sanchez with the groin problem, so on the DL, so he gets a chance to play.
Higashioka will take that one for a strike on the outside corner.
And Gary, the other thing is, I mean, Austin Romine was doing most of the catching after the Sanchez injury. He ends up hurting his hamstring. He's back, so we'll probably see him in the second game. So he got to the big leagues and started hitting the home runs at the opportune time for the Red Sox, or excuse me, for the Yankees.
3-1 delivery, and the ever dangerous leadoff walk to begin the 5th inning. The Orioles welcome you and your best furry friend for a day at Oriole Park. Bark at Oriole Park ticket packages include the unique opportunity to bring your dog to one of the 2 Oriole games, plus the Orioles themed doggy bow tie, with a portion of the proceeds benefiting Barks or the Baltimore Humane Society. For tickets, visit Orioles.com/bark. Leadoff man on base. Wade delivered a base hit and scored in that 3rd inning. Judge, Gregorius have picked up the RBIs. First walk surrendered by Yacobonis. Yacobonis, by the way, is the extra player the Orioles have added to the roster. You get 26 on a doubleheader day. So he was added so he could make the start here. Mike Wright Jr. getting ready in the pen.
Yeah, we told you about the pitch count for Jimmy Yacobonis. I mean, right around, 83 early on, but usually 50 to 60. So he's at 56 right now.
Breaking ball on the inside, got that corner. Nice movement. Giovanni Gallegos, a right-hander, was the Yankees call up today for the extra player. Yankees have a 10-man bullpen for the doubleheader today. Wade with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Yacobonis got him to go after one outside corner right off the end of the bat. Will be hauled in by Joey Rickert. Wade is retired. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by PNC. Make today the day. And by the University of Maryland Medical Center. Be a part of something. Good crowd here for the first game of the doubleheader, starting at 4. Remember, the second game will begin about a half hour after. There's only a single ticket required to see both games, so if you're in the area, still got time to pick up half of this ball game and another one to follow. Here's Aaron Hicks starting in center field. He'll take the pitch for a strike at the knees. Turns away somewhat disgruntled. For Hicks, double play ground ball hit into in the 3rd. 0 for 2 in the game. He's picked up 5 hits, 10 at bats against the Orioles this year with a couple of RBIs.
Well, 5 home runs this month, so he's been red hot, and doesn't matter which side. 8 at home, 8 on the road. Switch hitter.
Another one. That one almost gets away. Caleb able to stop it.
Yeah, we first saw him, I think, back in 2013 when the Twins opened here. Opening day, he was their former #1 draft choice. So the Yankees acquire him. John Ryan Murphy back in 2015, the winner. So he then with the Yankees 2016-17.
1-ball, 1-strike count. Shift on. Left-handed hitter with a big cut, a Ruthian swing, and it's 1-2. Yacobonis keeping him off balance.
Well, big cut. I mean, it's a nice breaking ball. That's how we got Tyler Wade out to get the first out after the leadoff walk. So he's looking heater. I mean, you could see this. The more we've seen of Aaron Hicks, the more you see that he's, with the at bats getting into the thousands, a little more confident at the plate.
1-2 delivery, double clutched on it, popped it up. It'll be out of play. Hicks has a new high already in home runs. He had 15 last year and already 16 on the year this season. So adding to the power barrage of the league leading Yankees and homers.
The other thing is that they gave Ellsbury. Cashman doesn't make too many bad deals, but the Ellsbury deal at 7 years, $153 million. I mean, he's got like 3 or 4 injuries, so he hadn't even been able to play this year. Not even close to getting back to
1-2. That's going to be a base hit. There's nobody over there with a shift on, and a little squibber on a big cut ends up being an infield single for Hicks.
Right on the end of the bat. A little breaking ball. He'll take it. Because he's going to get Judge to the plate. I mean, again, and I don't know. Maybe it wasn't on the end of the bat. Maybe it was up on the fist. Nope, on the end of the bat. Certainly worked out well.
So Judge stands in. Runners at first and second. And one away. He has an RBI and a base hit and scored in the third. Has also flied to center field. Tied for second in homers, 25. Second in walks, 63. Judge will take the pitch outside for a ball. He's really liked Yankee Stadium. He's got the third highest average at a home ballpark, 355. Tied for first in home runs in a home park, 17. 1-0, one away. Orioles looking for a ground ball. Yacobonis. That is in there for a strike.
Yeah, he might have been sitting on a breaking ball, but what a year he had last year. I mean, not only rookie year, rookie of the American League with 52 home runs, but slumped in August and then hit 15 home runs in September.
A big moment. 1-1. Got him to chase it. He wouldn't go after the first one he threw him, but he does on that one. Yacobonis gets ahead of him 1-2.
Well, you got to make the perfect pitches, and talked about how Stan doesn't matter where he hits them. Aaron Judge, tremendous power to all fields. You would love to get and he hits them hard. He hits ground balls about as hard as anybody. Get the ball right at somebody.
Let's see. Not again. He wouldn't. He has a couple of home runs against the Orioles this year. He has gone 8 for 28, 29, 8 for 29, 2 home runs and 6 RBIs against the Orioles. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Runners off first and second, 1 away. Yacobonis gets him as he came back inside. 5 strikeouts for Yacobonis.
Yeah, perfect pitch right here. Look at the glove. And look at the ball. Right to the glove. You want to get an umpire to call that pitch. Hit the glove. Now the definitive angle here. Is it on the corner? Yes, it is. Edge of the ball. The whole ball doesn't have to be on the plate. Well, at least with most umpires it doesn't. But that was the perfect pitch to one swing home run type of guy.
That one is in the dirt. Stopped by Caleb. Didi Gregorius, RBI base hit and a fly ball to left. Gregorius only a $186 with runners in scoring position on the year. Just a 1-run ball game. Yankees had a 3-2 lead before the Orioles came back on the Trumbo 2-run homer. Now Yacobonis trying to keep that score right where it is in probably his last inning of work. 1-0 pitch came inside and missed with it. 2-0.
Well, you can see they're trying to maneuver their way through the 5th inning here. 3rd time through the order. Hadn't used his changeup very often, but there it was. Now hopefully, because he, as I mentioned, breaking ball's not too bad. Mike Wright Jr. ready out in the bullpen. Alan Mills, the bullpen coach, is going to have to use the changeup if he's going to start at this level.
And a towering pop up third base. Beckham in foul territory, and he's got it. Good job. Yacobonis gets out of the inning. A walk and a hit, but they're both left on. Big blow for the Orioles by Trumbo to get him right back in it. And Yakubonis working his way out of a jam in the 5th, leaving a couple of Yankees on. So 5 innings of work for him. And we'll see whether he comes back out. Unlikely. Pitch breaking ball by Sabathia, taken down low. Tim Beckham. Orioles sent 8 batters to the plate in the 4th inning. Left the bases loaded. Beckham has grounded out and struck out. Now 4 for 20 off Sabathia. Well, again, trying to get that outside corner strike and just can't quite move it in close enough.
Well, even if you're soon to be 38, if you look at the pitch count, I mean, it really goes up dramatically 3rd time through the order. Well up at what, at 346, and that's exactly where he is here with a 1-run lead.
And Beckham on a little softer pitch, breaking in on him, 2-1. Yankees against the division are 22-15. 5-4 against the Red Sox, the team they trailed by 2 coming into today's play. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Beckham takes it. Chance to get on here.
Yeah, he certainly does. And then he's not going to steal a lot of bases. He's never done that, but he does give you a little bit of speed. Well, over 3,400 innings for CC, so he's not going to give in. And we saw that 2-0 through a changeup. Once again, inside corner.
3-1 delivery, and this time he gets the call.
Perfect pitch. Right to the glove. No free lunches when he pitches because of the command. You don't get too many balls in the middle of the plate. He understands the scoreboard. Also understands where he's pitching. 365-foot fly ball to left center field could be a home run here.
And the full count delivery on the way. Chopped to the hole. Shortstop Gregorius, an impossible throw, not in time. Beckham with enough speed on that one, and he's got an infield hit.
Well, he's got a very good arm, and DD, of course, you take Derek Jeter's place, but right to the ball. Watch how direct he gets it, and then he's not going to even hesitate. What, 2.5 steps, 1/2 snow? Wouldn't have mattered anyway because Walker kind of boxed it, but gives him a chance. And of course, Tim Beckham smells base hit and gets one.
So the Orioles get the leadoff man on. That's the first time in 5 innings for the Orioles. Sabathia real good at that. 78% of leadoff batters retired. So a rare opportunity, and the top of the order. Adam Jones. Ground ball back to the mound. CC 1. Wade 2.
Well, you think you got something going, and then you got a guy that hits him well. 5 lifetime home runs, and he swings at a changeup down and away. Pitcher's pitch, and he does his job. And again, just hit the, who's catching, and look at that. Double play, 1 pitch, 2 outs. I don't care how old you are, that makes you excited.
The Rocky imitation provided by CC Sabathia.
Well, that's a bigger Rocky, but certainly a heavyweight. I don't think I want to box CC.
Manny Machado, 5-game hit streak, extended it with a double, scored in the 4th inning ahead of the homer by Trumbo. Also is flied out to right field. One of the few fastballs we've seen. Take a look, our Maryland Live Casino Inside the Numbers.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Fox, double X, Ted, Manny, Calavito, Killebrew. Well, I guess I pitched against 2 of those guys. And it wasn't Fox.
No?
And it wasn't Ted Williams.
Oh. Rocky Calavito was one of my heroes as a kid. Just the name. I don't know why. I wasn't an Indians fan or anything.
Try to get him out. He stood right on top of the plate.
Now that was a man you wouldn't want to box with either.
No.
No.
Good looking guy. Great arm in right field.
Again, CC won't even turn to take the ball back as now the umpire looking over into the Yankee dugout where there's some discussion going on.
Well, I just don't think it's going to get you any extra pitches. That ball is pretty close, but you take a look. I mean, see, there's one that could have been called. I mean, the overhead. Camera doesn't lie.
2-1 pitch on the way. Further outside with that one. And the count will go to 3-1.
Well, Trumbo waiting on deck, but his home run makes you a little bit tentative if you're CC because of who's at the plate here. You know, it's funny, you don't want to pitch to Manny, but you don't want to get him on because you know the guy behind him just already hit a 2-run home run.
3-1, and we'll get that call at the knees.
See, we've seen extra 2-3 miles per hour from CC, so it's almost like he pitches under control too. Needs a little extra. And again, you know, you don't speed up your body, you speed up your arm, and he certainly has, with over 3,400 innings, the experience to know that.
Fourth full count. And this 3-2 delivery will be grounded toward short. Gregorius. That's the veteran coming back. Some calls he may not like, and he and the home plate umpire having a little chat as he leaves the mound. Major league start. Showed some pretty good stuff. Couple of mistakes Yankees made him pay for, but he had real good movement on his pitches.
Well, he has, and again, he mixed them up, and you know, he had the home run to Stanton, and that happens because you know, he is Stanton. So there are the numbers. They miss a cutoff man. That certainly helps for that third run. So a lot of strikes and quality strikes. So our Jiffy Lube pitching you a change. Regular oil changes are proven to keep your car on the road longer. Drive in today. Speaking of driving well, Mike Wright Jr. He's really been pitching well. Velocity up, command up, change up, cutters, fastball. So mission maybe not impossible as he will face Stanton here, first batter.
Tough time against the Yankees in the only in one of the two outings he's had against them this year. He got touched up for a couple of earned runs, 5 total runs, but only 2 earned on 5 hits in an inning and 2/3. No record against the Yankees this year. He is 0-1 in 9 appearances lifetime. And Mike Wright Jr. will take the pitch inside, shift on Stanton. The home run, second inning, is 22nd, and he has struck out. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that'll be in the outside corner.
Yeah, the velocity when he was facing the Yankees early would have been 89 to 91. That was in 97. That's the hardest of the year. Just much more comfortable, much more confident.
Woo-ah. Base hit up the middle.
Well, he hits the ball so hard. Of course, if you flag it down, it's an out, and if you don't, it's into center field because of the shift. Take a look. Pretty good pitch. I mean, it's 112 miles per hour, so it looks like it's catchable. But I'm not sure anybody in major leagues, and I know we have all the numbers, hits the ball more consistently as hard as he does. I mean, Judge right with him.
Wow. So 4 for 6 in leadoff men on base. Frazier has struck out twice. He'll be followed by Walker. Wright with the leadoff man on. And that pitch is going to miss away for a ball. So Mike Wright with his work cut out for him now after the leadoff man gets on base. Fraser 1 for 1 off Wright Jr. One-0 pitch will tail away, and you fall behind 2-0. Wright's last outing, he appeared in the game in Minnesota a couple of days ago. Worked an inning and a third, no runs on 2 hits in that ball game. So he's had a couple of days rest.
Yeah. 8 2/3 scoreless, but this is always a test against this lineup.
That will be down low. He falls behind 3-0. Part of the setup for this doubleheader, not using Wright in the last couple of games against Minnesota, knowing they were going to need an availability. Either he was going to have to start or come in, as has happened here after 5. 3-0. He's taking. It's in there.
Yeah, I think make more sense because Mike has been doing a good job, and then you got Yakubonis, who's been starting a little different baseball, but you know, he comes up able to pitch 4 or 5 innings. Hopefully, and I mean you're only down by 1 run, but you would like to have had a lead and then have Wright pitch as well as he's been pitching.
3-1 delivery and a Baltimore chop. Beckham got to go to first. Not in. Got him. Close play at first base, and Aaron Boone's got the hand up saying, let me take a look at this one.
Well, Frazier, I mean, there are new routine on a Baltimore chop, but man, he's going to be out.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, you had no chance to make a play at second, but he looked there, and that's what makes it close. So right here, I mean, gets to it. But right here, he's looking, and then that's why this play is bang bang. That and the fact that Frazier's running about as hard as he can.
So they get the out. Runner advances. Didi hollering out from the dugout for Stanton to go, and he did. Shift on in the infield. And a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, the cut fastball at 91. It's really been a terrific pitch for Mike Wright. You know, the velocity's gone up on the fastball. You know, if you think about a guy that eventually might start, you know, now all of a sudden he's got, with the cutter and the slider, he even throws a curveball on occasion and a changeup. He's got the pitches.
Oh, one fouled off the other way. He has faced Wright only once and has gone 0 for 1. Walker's flied out, struck out. Yankees are up by 1. Shadows begin to move in. Manny Machado in the shift, keeping an eye on the runner, Giancarlo Stanton. And that's going to be a base hit center field. They're going to wave him on home. Adam Jones will pick it up. No play at the plate. And an RBI single for Walker. Stanton scores, and the Yankees get a run back 4-2.
Well, that's why they keep him around, because again, he's a switch hitter. He's a veteran. I mean, he ends up getting a good pitch to hit and doesn't miss it. He just waits for it to travel a little bit back up the middle. And they're trying to get CC Sabathia as many runs as they can because their back end of their bullpen's terrific. So there's number 4.
So the Yankees up, and Walker produces. Now Drury, he has grounded out twice. 1 down, runner at first base, and he will take the pitch away. Drury has not had an at-bat against Wright. RBI picked up by Walker, number 16 on the year. 1-0 delivery. That'll be in there at the knees.
No, they wanted Brandon Drury to play third base. And, they didn't know if Andujar would be able to come out of the minor leagues. I mean, the guy out of You know, again, one of those international guys. They paid about, I think, $350,000 for him. But so Drury, they get him from Arizona. Sousa goes from the Rays. The Yankees sent a guy named Nick Solak, and they get a guy, and then he gets hurt. But Andujar comes up, and it doesn't really matter because he's having a marvelous year. So you're down to AAA, and the migraines are gone, and you can't get back here because everybody else is playing so well. It's a good problem to have, isn't it?
Nothing like depth. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Brandon Drury. Walker off first. Good location as Wright got it in there, and a 2 ball, 2 strike count. So the Yankees spreading out the offense today. This lineup has had just about everybody contribute one way or the other. Drury is still looking to get into the ball game, and the 0 for 3 for Frazier. 2 ball, 2 strike count, and swings through that one.
Yeah, a little extra. I mean, you know, again, the bottom of the strike zone, 92, 93, and I mean, this kid hit 13 home runs for the Diamondbacks, 16 the year before. They're not playing a lot. Can't catch up with 96 up in the zone.
Wright gets his first strikeout. Yacabonis had 5 in the ball game. Higashioka, Yankee catcher for game 1. A double and a walk. Thrown out in a rundown at the plate when he got that double to get on. He will take the pitch away. Yankees with a runner at first base, a run in here in the 6th. It's the first game of our doubleheader today. Second one will start about a half hour after the completion of this game, and a single admission, 1 ticket for 2. And the pitch is there for a strike. Jeffrey Ramirez, right-hander for the Orioles, 0-2. Luis Cessa, who is 0-1, will make the start for the Yankees in game 2. Wright's 1-1 delivery on the way and got him to go upstairs at 92. Right with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Higashioka had over 1,800 minor league at bats. Has that many. Finally came up with the Yankees for 9 games last year. 1-2 pitch, outside corner, strike. So Wright takes care of business. Couple of strikeouts. Run in though. Walker got the RBI. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left on base, and the Yankees are now up by 2. Special day for the Orioles. We started 55. The Chicago newspaperman, his name was Arch Ward, was the originator of the concept for the All-Star game. He died on this date at age 58. He was leaving to cover his 22nd midseason classic. And on this date in 59, two 20-year-old baby birds came up. Milt Pappas and Jerry Walker shut out the Senators 8-0 and 5-0. And Brooks Robinson got called up to the Orioles from the minors. And there he is in Legends Park. Brooksy on the day that he joined the Orioles and never went back. Trumbo up. We'll take it down low for a ball.
Yeah, the baby birds. Jerry Walker, Milt Pappas, traded for Frank Robinson in 1966, or at least the winner of 66.
And both got shutouts. Swing and a miss. Sabathia surrendered the home run to Trumbo, 12th. Fourth inning, 1 on.
So he'll go softer. Fastball that he didn't get in, headed down the left field line. There it is again. Wiggle the fingers, see if it's another changeup. And
Came inside again.
Yeah.
Trumbo, 2-1 strike count. Hitting over 280 lifetime against Sabathia, and now has 3 career home runs against him. 2-1 delivery. Up and in.
I'll tell you, that's the grimace. You make a face because you didn't want to swing at it. It's a cutter end under his hands. He goes, why did I swing at that? Well, because it's CC Sabathia and you don't see it, and he mixes it around, and now he's in the sun and you're in the shade.
2-2 delivery.
And then you fight it off again because he comes back in the same place. You're not going to win 43 games if you don't know how to read bats and see where the bat head is. And don't do your prep. Of course, it also helps to be able to pitch over, closing in on 3,500 innings.
(2-2) bites the dust. So the count goes full, 3-2. CC's done a lot of that today as he works around hitters. 5th time he's had a 3-2 count on an Oriole batter, so that's what has in part driven up that pitch count. He's trying to work his way through 6. Both teams want to preserve as much as they can of the bullpen, and he walked him, and that wasn't even close.
Yeah. It's almost like Higashioka. He goes up and in, and it's almost like he didn't want to go there. So he ends up coming out of his windup and walking.
So the Orioles lead off walk. The Orioles, along with race ambassadors Chris and Jill Davis, are proud to once again host the 9th annual Casey Cares 5K run walk to raise funds to help critically ill children and their family members throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. The event's going to take place at Oriole Park. It'll be coming up on Saturday. To register or for more information, go to Orioles.com/Casey Cares. Jonathan Scope, base hit, and he is lined out.
Yeah,
Jonathan Holden.
Yeah. Another one of their guys, and 2 runs in 32 innings. They have the second best bullpen in the American League.
Scope with a runner at first. Orioles down by 2 now. Sabathia, the look over, and that one is going to miss inside. Jonathan, over the last week, showing some greater patience at the plate than he has much of the year. He's now got a 7-game hit streak, and he's hit over 400 during the streak, 11 for 26.
Yeah, we saw a couple home runs on Friday night, 2 in 1 game.
Down to 3rd foul.
And I am sure CC Sabathia knows that he is one of the Orioles' hottest hitters.
Jonathan came in just a .207 average against CC and a 1 career home run against him. Scope against the lefties, .224, .213 against righties. Here's the 2-1. Down to first and under the glove. Walker tried to snare it and couldn't do it. To second base. Judge's throw will be not in time. So Jonathan Scope shoots one down the line. Walker thought he might have had it, looked in the glove, and there was nothing there.
Well, we talked about the sun, and you know, again, the ball comes out of the sun. Look at what he's looking into right here. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't have caught it, but again, he's awfully close. He's even with the bag. He's coming off, and then, I mean, it's not an easy play. Probably be scored an error. Either way, the Orioles get runners at second and third. The tying runs with nobody out here.
So here's a big chance for the Orioles, and again, that leadoff walk. Second and third, nobody out. Infield will play back. Danny Valencia walk, and he is grounded out. Orioles 1 for 4. Runners in scoring position. They've left 4 on. Haas speed delivery way down to 80 on that one. And Danny goes after it. So what a chance for the Orioles right here. Leadoff walk forced Walker to be holding the runners. So when he came off the bag, well, didn't have a lot of time anyway. And then he's looking in the sun.
Yeah. You know, we talked about how that would come into play somewhere around 6 to 6:45, and
that'll be way inside.
And you don't even have to get a hit here. I mean, you look at Walker, he's kind of playing halfway in, even with the bag, but way off the line. So you hit a ball to the right side or up the middle, you're going to get a run. You're going to move Scope to third, which would be the tying run. It's almost like a leadoff double.
Outfield very deep on Valencia. Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way. Valencia reaching. He got that one. Center field. It is way back at the wall. Hey, goodbye, home run. Danny Valencia gets out of an 0 for 25 with a 3-run homer. And the Orioles have a 5-4 lead.
Well, there you go. 9th home run of the year, and he's been scuffling. That's going to get Aaron Boone out of the dugout. But I tell you what, one hanging slider, 102 miles per hour. And again, he hits it to dead center, farthest place right here. So he's trying to hit the outside corner, and he just backspins it. And right about here, I think he knows I hit that ball pretty well. And Aaron Hicks is going to run out of room. And the Orioles go from a 4-2 deficit to a 1-run lead, 5-4.
Danny Valencia's 9th home run, 26 RBIs. Sabathia out of the ball game, and Laurie Koss, our Marin Lottery contestant, $500.
Seventh game against 3 losses. Right now he's actually the pitcher of record, but in the L column, the Orioles taking a 5-4 lead. One little slider as Jonathan Holder will come on. Boy, he's really been good. Fastball 92-93, cutter, big curveball. So again, only 5 runs, but 2 earned runs in the last 32 and a third innings. That's an ERA of 0.55 all the way back to the 21st of April.
So maybe an inning too long for CC because of the number of pitches thrown, all those full counts. So again, he is not going to get a win. Now it's his last 9 starts against the Orioles where he has not picked up a victory. He may be indeed, but he's not going to get a W. Holder ready. Broken bat fly ball will go to right, not deep. Judge thundering over. It'll fall in. Base hit. And making the turn and staying will be Joey Rickard. So Rickard greets Holder with a dying quail down the line and right.
Aptly described.
Well, here's what the Orioles have done this season. Runs scored, 1-run ball games, 1 in 15, 2. They've only won 2 with 3 runs, 4 and 14, and 4+ runs. They finally get above 500, 17 and 16. That's still 14th in the American League in wins, but magic number for them is still 4, and Danny Valencia's given them a shot as they've hit 5. So here is Trey Mancini. Holder's pitch is fouled back. A couple of home runs off CC Sabathia. Turning points in this ball game for the Orioles. He'd been keeping the home run numbers down pretty well over the last few games. He gave up 1 to Atlanta in the last ball game, but had not given up a home run in the previous 5. Runner will stay at first here.
So good speed, but not the ability to steal bases. Joey Rickard, seeing if anything's on. Oh, 0 for 25 until he gets the slider that stays up. And you think of all those sliders that CC tried to throw around that outside corner. Finally got one in the middle of the plate, and it really cost him.
1 ball, 1 strike count. Orioles up by a run. Seesaw battle. That one's going to miss outside. Trey Mancini ground ball out. He has also picked up a walk as Holder. Could there be a more perfect name?
Well, he's been holding them. You're right there. I mean, they got a bevy of guys to bring out of their bullpen.
And Mancini pops it up. Foul territory. And with room, Walker dances under that one and puts it away. On the 4th, the Orioles wore special patriotic themed jerseys and caps. And today, to honor the 4th of July, you can go on Orioles.com/auctions and bid on these autographed and authenticated game-worn jersey and caps. All proceeds benefit USO, Metropolitan Washington, Baltimore. Bidding closes Wednesday at 10 p.m. Go to Orioles.com/auction today.
I'm thinking push bunt here. Maybe get a base hit. Get Rickard over to second.
Caleb with a double and a ground ball out. Well, they've been swinging a pretty good bat of late. 3-hit day in Minnesota. Long throw over. Not a big lead.
Yeah, totally different hitter when he gets to Camden Yards. I mean, come into this game at 260 and on the road at 134. His home run, Camden Yards.
Holder, a little cat and mouse going on over there with Joey Rickard. Rickard not running, and the pitch will miss outside. So he falls behind on Caleb, taking a look down to third base. Bobby Dickerson, see whether or not that bunt might indeed be on here.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, if I was going to bunt, I'd try to bunt for a base hit. It can be multifaceted as far as getting a guy over and maybe getting on.
Here's the 0-1 delivery. That's on the outside corner. Holder has lost a game to the Orioles this year in the 2 appearances he's had against them. 2 2/3 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits against the Orioles. CC waiting to see what becomes of this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike count. And again, Rickard may have been going that time. Joey had a little bend towards second base.
And by holding, you can see the lean, and then he gets back because he's quick. He's trying to time Jonathan Holder, and by holding the ball, it makes it more difficult to do that. He's got a pretty big lead, that right foot out there by the cut.
A long at bat here for Caleb, waiting for pitches. 1-1 delivery on the way, and that is going to miss inside. Rickard stayed put. So now, precious pitches in a ball game where both clubs have had a lead in the game. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Holder, runner goes out, throw down. They're going to be a hopper, not in time, and it is a stolen base.
Well, Higashioka in the minors. Again, this is the big leagues. Joey Rickard gets a good, I mean, that's a good jump. Looking into the sun, so probably didn't see anything, but the throw's off. He threw out 30% of the guys that tried to steal in the minor leagues, but rushes that throw, pulls it, and the Orioles have a chance to score another run here.
So number 1 for Joey Rickard. He was 8 for 9 in 2017 and now picks one up. It can give the Orioles a chance to increase that lead. Caleb Joseph's got a 3-1 count. Caleb will swing through a heater that's on the outside part of the plate. First game of this doubleheader. Yankees have jumped on top 3-0. Got back to 3-2, then 4-2, and then Danny Valencia on the right. A 3-run homer against the man on the left, CC Sabathia. 3-2 delivery on the way, and that one's going to be up in the air and foul. That'll be a souvenir. So Caleb will get his 7th pitch of this at bat. He's gone 2 for 17 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, we talked about Holder, only 2 earned runs in his last 32 2/3 innings, but the runner in scoring position number is over 300 at 313. So maybe it'll go higher here.
Full count delivery on the way. Caleb takes it and he's on.
Patient at bat.
Orioles get their 4th walk of the ball game. First one surrendered by Holder, and turns the order over as Beckham will be coming up. So Tim Beckham, 1st and 2nd. 3 runs in on the home run by Valencia that took the starter CC Sabathia out of the ball game, and now Orioles trying to add to it against Holder. Holder in 12 previous games against the Orioles has a 2.57 ERA. 4 runs, 11 hits. The O's looking to increase those numbers as well. Runners off 1st and 2nd. Breaking ball down low.
Yeah, he can make some pitches. You know, Caleb's taking that 3-2 breaking ball. If you chase it, it's an out. So Larry Rothschild saying, boy, not the same guys that maybe swing at a lot more pitches out of the zone.
Beckham 0 for 5 off Holder. That one cued off the end hard, right straight back. So 1 ball, 1 strike count to Tim.
Well, Beckham comes to the Orioles in the trade from Tampa Bay, and it's 394 in August, and he was pretty much like everybody else. Went from 394 and all the way to 180. Offense just kind of hit wind shear when it got to September last year. He hit the ball everywhere.
1-1 delivery over the top on that 94 delivery. 1-2. So Holder came on in a clean situation. Valencia had cleared the bases with a home run. But Rickard greeted him with a base hit, stole second. Then he surrenders the 1-0 walk to Joseph. Runners off first and second base. 1-2, and he waved at it.
There's the hook. And we've seen sliders, we've seen cutters. It's on 94, and then the curveball. He's got them all. And he's done a great job for it. I mean, you got Adam Warren out there, you got Dave Robertson, you got the Tonsays, and there's the curveball. You can see just kind of a wave right on the corner.
So a meeting at the mound. Higashioka goes out. Make sure they know here, because this is the big at bat. The Orioles up by 1, 2 on, 2 down, and Adam Jones coming to the plate. Adam 1 for 6 off Holder. Holder, second stint with the Yankees, actually got sent down. But since he's come back, he's roared. .55 ERA. And that will be swung on and missed.
Well, you can see why. I mean, that ball right. I mean on the corner. If you look at home plate, and was it John Masheri, the late National League umpire, used to take out his little pen and kind of carve that little black edge right around the plate before the game would start, because there is a black edge around home plate. And that's why the term, when you're living on the black, that means you're not in the middle of the plate, you're right on the corners.
1-2 delivery on the way. Adam going after one upstairs, which is where the ball ends up. So Holder gets an 0-2 count on Adam Jones.
Well, you're late on the fastball. You're just hoping he makes a mistake with the curveball. Threw a good one for the strikeout to Beckham. He was up, what, 4 times last year, up and back. This year, totally different pitcher.
Actually started a game at AAA. So 2 strikes, 2 down. Rickard's on at second base. Joseph's on at first. 0-2 delivery. That'll miss away. Orioles did do Sabathia what has not been done for a while. It's the first time Sabathia's allowed more than 3 earned runs since May 23. That was against Texas. He got 3 of the 5 on his 1 swing of the bat. Coming into this, Sabathia had a 2.47 ERA in the last 7. Count at 1-2. Adam off the fists into the sun, first base, saw it, and Walker able to put it away for the out. But the Orioles get the lead here in the 6th inning. Danny Valencia, he had Trumbo and Scope on, and then he rocketed one for his 9th of the year and a 5-4 lead.
Dan is already home run. Judge with an RBI single. And Rickard misses the cutoff man, and of course when that happens, Judge goes to second. Gregorius back up the middle. That'll make it 3-0. The Yankees are 3-0 lead, but here come the Orioles. Mark Trumbo with his 12th home run, 2-run shot off of CC Sabathia. And then in the 6th inning, a couple of guys on. 0 for 25, Danny Valencia. Not the case anymore. 3-run home run. Orioles lead at 5-4. Those are your Geico highlights. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
And a bunt, a drag bunt. A little too hard, though. Trey Mancini there to get it and records the out on Tyler Wade.
Yeah, the whole thing. And when I was a kid, boy, Mickey Mantle could get down to first base in 3.3 seconds. Guys would drop a ball like that. The whole thing is to get it, make the first baseman come off the bag, which Mancini didn't need to do, and then beat the pitcher to the bag. So a nice idea, but the execution didn't work.
So an out recorded in a hurry by Wright Jr. And here is Aaron Hicks. Hicks, a base hit, is hit into a double play, and he is grounded out, hitting in the leadoff spot. Switch hitter now against Wright, who becomes the pitcher of record for the Orioles. 0-1 delivery on the way. Wow.
Yep.
Big cut, and that hurt.
Yeah, slider right off the foot. Well, you know, they got Brett Gardner, who won the game yesterday. Take a look at the slider, and it's going straight down. And ow. So Gardner, hits a big home run on Friday, game winner yesterday, so he can play center. But Hicks is really important to this club. Switch-hitting outfielder, Gold Glove caliber, one of the better throwing arms in the American League. A.J. Cole, who started the year with the Nationals, and then MG. I'm going to come up with a new name with Michael Givens.
Oh,
wow.
2 is just tipped off the mitt, foul.
Yeah, Mike Wright goes, didn't want to throw it there. Very hittable 0-2 pitch. Look where the glove is. Look where the ball is. Just up enough where he can't get to it.
Right with a shifted infield behind him. Will look for a strike inside, not get it.
Yeah, Aaron Hicks says, I sure hope that's inside because I do not want to hit another one off my ankle. And he takes it, and it is. Really
pumped away, and that one's going to miss inside.
Yeah, I think he's lucky because he really, you could see the change up in his windup before that changeup. Slowed it down, totally got out of rhythm. Yeah, it looks like he doesn't know what to do here as soon as he got the 2 strikes. Outside corner, maybe.
2-2, and he got him.
Yep.
Wright gets his 3rd strikeout, and Hicks is retired, 2nd out here in the 7th inning.
Well, Caleb Judson says, I know what we need to do. We need to do exactly this. Right on the corner. Look at Tom Payne's eyes looking right over the shoulder at this fastball. And once again, literally the outside, couple of inches.
So Aaron Judge stands in with 2 down and nobody on. RBI single in the 3rd inning. He is struck out and flied out. Infield moves around for him as well. Orioles up by a run in this ball game. They trailed early. So the Yankees got the first 3. Orioles made it 3-2. Then it was 4-2, and then the Valencia home run. The Orioles lead it by 1. That's one Judge wanted back. Fouled it off the other way. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Number 2 hitter came in 3 for 3 off Yacobonis today. Ended up with a 1 for 2 today. 1-1 delivery on the way. Didn't miss by much.
No.
Wow. 2-1 on a big cut.
But again, 97. A couple of months ago, that would have been 89 and 91. Would have been much more hittable. I mean, he's looking fastball, gets it, and still can't quite get to it.
Two delivery to him, and Judge is going to get down swinging. So Wright continues effective. Retires the side in order. Couple of strikeouts here. 7th inning stretch time with the Orioles up by 1. Doubleheader with a 5-4 lead. Gary Thorne and Jim Palmer with you. Starting 2 rookies in the ball game. Yacobonis got the start in this one. Not bad.
No, I actually pitched pretty well. I mean, he missed the cutoff guy, so that was an extra run. Gave up a home run to Stanton. Everybody does that. He hit 59 of them last year. Kept him in the game. Didn't have the big inning. And the Orioles so far have gotten some hits that we haven't been getting. It's so refreshing. And what is the meaning of this game? Hey, Yankees need to win this game. You come to Baltimore, I don't think they assume they're going to win, but they expect to win if they do certain things. The 3-run home run by Valencia broke the 0 for 25. That was a little unexpected because Sabathia has been great.
Yep, and the Yankees trailing Red Sox by 2. All division games are two-way games, and that's why you come in here in a doubleheader. The Orioles would love to be a big-time spoiler. It's doubleheader, and so far in this one, but there's good ways to go. It'll be foul back, and Cole pitching.
A.J. Cole started the year with the Nationals and did not have a lot of luck. He was actually designated for assignment. He had 4 games, 2 starts, 15 runs, and 10 1/3 innings. So the ERA over 10 runs a game. The Yankees swooped down, and for the Yankees, the numbers are pretty good. Big, tall kid, 6'5". There's a little, I guess, slurve or changeup. But you saw 94, and when you pitch in the Yankee bullpen, you know what the expectations are. You need to pitch well.
Manny will take the pitch away. Double scored in the 4th inning. Trumbos had a 2-run homer. Manny came in on that. And then the 3-run shot by Danny Valencia in the 6th inning. Once again, the Orioles relying on the long ball. Wright really has improved along the way here this year and has been impressive in the last few outings. Ball will be fouled back and out of play by Manning.
That was one of those home run sliders that A.J. Cole throws, and Manning just swung through it.
One-two delivery, and Cole will get him on a pitch down and away.
Yeah, there's that slider again, and I don't think Manny. I'm just wondering if he might have thought it was low, and it was close to being low. Payne didn't think so. It could have been called low, or because it was right over the middle of the plate. He's probably thinking, boy, I should have swung at that. But I think I don't think he was fooled by it. I think he just thought it might be under the zone, and it wasn't.
Cole's delivery will be taken for a strike outside to Trumbo. 12th home run, good for the 2 RBIs coming in the 4th inning. He's drawn a walk and scored in that 6th inning, a big leadoff walk that set the stage for the Danny Valencia home run. 0-1 pitch by Cole, fouled down the right field side and out of play. Cole against the Orioles is 0-1, and the only game he started was a start. Gave up 4 runs, 5 hits, 7 innings pitched against the Orioles. Now working out of the bullpen, as Jim said, for the Yankees.
A starter, or at least a attempted starter for the Nats. And of course the Nationals, with Strasburg injury, are still having problems with their starters.
0-2 pitch will skip away when bounced in the dirt.
But you can see he does throw 94, 95, and you know, he may be one of those guys that just has better chance to be successful pitching out of the bullpen. You don't have to go through a lineup twice. Maybe can match up in this case. Larry Rothschild looking on.
1 ball, 2 strike delivery, and will reach.
So he strikes out Manny on a slider, and that one was in the middle of the plate. This one's the perfect slider. If you're Mark Trumbo, you're trying to track it to the outside corner because it's that good. Again, he's a tall kid. He kind of short arms it and then makes a perfect pitch.
So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Now he'll get Jonathan Schoop. 2-hit ball game for Jonathan, double, single. And he is lined out. 2 down, bases are empty, and Schoop will take the pitch again that ends up biting the dust.
Yeah, he was a big part of that 3-run 6th inning, because after the walk to Trumbo, he had a ball that Walker could have caught but didn't, into the sun, kind of bounced off his heel or his glove or whatever, and into right field for a double.
Cole's delivery came a little bit down on the arm on that one. Ready to go is Givens. Chris Tillman is back with the Orioles, still working his way up through the minors. Chris in his rehab, and the pitch will just miss outside. Jonathan now with 17 multi-hit ball games, 15 in which he has had 2 hits, and add another one. This will be his 3rd 3-hit ball game. He's on his way to second base. Shattered the bat on that, but got around on it, and he's on with a 2-out double. 2 doubles today.
I don't know if too many hitters, when they're hitting well, they don't know where the bat head is. I mean, this ball just Nike'd into the corner. I mean, look how short the swing is, and then again topspin, almost like you're at Wimbledon trying to keep it inside the white lines. So 1 to right, 1 to left as far as the doubles for Jonathan Schoop.
So a chance for a big 2-out RBI right here. Danny Valencia has already provided 3 of them. Also a walk and a ground ball out. Orioles 2 for 7 in these situations today. Valencia looking to make it a 4 RBI game 1. Danny will take it. Here's our 4 drive of the game.
Yeah, just a slider, and it just keeps going, belts it about 415 feet. Orioles down by 4-2 with one swing. Took a 5-4 lead.
Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
I don't think he's going to see anything straight. First pitch was a changeup.
The 0-1 delivery to him. Danny will take a heater. 96 up and in.
I guess I'll take that back. Might have been one of those show him the fastball and try to get him out with a slider, which is what he did to Manny Machado and Mark Trumbo.
Jonathan checking around. They are trying to hold his lead. Wade moving in at second base. Ooh, that had some break. Tied him up, thought it was coming in, ended up right over the plate. 1-2. Little bigger lead at second for Jonathan. And the 1-2 delivery. Tapper. Cole makes the flip and gets the out. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. 7 complete. Game 1 of the doubleheader. Rose up. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Johns Hopkins Orthopedics. When you have a setback, we set you up for a comeback. 7 complete on this gorgeous day here at Camden Yards. Real good crowd on hand. First game of our doubleheader. Jace Peterson will come on to play in left field, and Joey Rickert will move over to right. Valencia will come out of the ball game for the Orioles.
So how do you hold the lead? You try to bring in Michael Givens. It did not have a good June. 0-5 that month, but again, fastball, slider, changeup guy. You're going to see the lefties hit him better than the righties. Certainly capable when he has his control getting anybody out. You can see Ryder's only hitting 230, and he keeps the ball in the ballpark.
So Givens ready here in the 8th, and we'll start it out with a strike. Didi Gregorius leading it off. 3, 4, 5 in the order. Stanton and Frazier. Gregorius an RBI base hit. 3rd. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. Michael Givens, 4th appearance against the Yankees this year. He's given up 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 2/3 innings, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts against the Yankees this year. Does not have a record against them this season.
Yeah, coming off a scoreless inning over the weekend in Minneapolis against the Twins.
Trying to pick the pace back up. He's given up 8 runs, 7 of them earned in the last 6 appearances. 0-2 the count. Gregorius waves at it, and he gets him.
Well, good time of the day to pitch. I mean, 96, you kind of turn your back. You had trouble with lefties, but he's chasing that glove on the corner, and the ball just runs. I mean, really runs at 96. Look at that. Just, again, the arm angle is such where if you're a lefty, if you chase, it's not coming your way. It's just going to run away from your bat. And very rarely do you see Gregorius with that kind of off-balance swing.
Giancarlo Stanton takes the pitch way outside. Home run number 22 in the second inning. Base hit, run scored in the sixth. He has also struck out. Ever dangerous in a one-run ball game. 0 for 1 off Givens. And inside, belt high.
Well, he's ever dangerous because if you pitch to him, you know what can happen. He already hit his 22nd home run, and if you pitch around him, I don't know with Frazier on deck if Aaron Boone will pinch hit, but he's certainly got a lot of options.
That ball hit hard to third and foul. So Stanton, a 2-ball 1-strike count. Orioles playing the Yankees tough here. They're 3-3 on the year against them, and have the 1-run lead in this one. That ball pulled his hands in, popped it up. Second base. Scopes right there, and there are 2 down. Well, it's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 available now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone. And that will bring Clint Frazier to the plate. Frazier an 0 for 3 and a strike. Wright Jr. a run, 2 hits, 2 innings, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He's the pitcher of record on the winning side right now for the Orioles. Sabathia 5 runs, 8 hits over 5 for the Yankees. He had no chance on hitting that one.
Well, when Michael Gibbons is Michael Gibbons, and in other words, he's throwing 94 to 97, which he's capable of doing, and then the slider. I mean, if you're right-handed, I tell you the numbers. They're only hitting 232, and that number's gone up.
0-2, and he makes quick work of it. 2 strikeouts in the inning and a 1-2-3 8th. So the Yankees are retired, and Gibbons comes out of the bullpen to protect an Orioles 5-4 lead. Minutes at the conclusion of this one. It'll be Jeffrey Ramirez on the mound against Luis Cessa. You can stay tuned for O's Extra. That'll be coming up between this doubleheader matchup of the Orioles and the Yankees. And the Orioles trying to get out of the 6-game losing streak. They've got the 5-4 lead. Orioles have been able to get the runs the way they generally get them, all on homers. Trumbo 2 RBIs, and Valencia 3 RBI homer. Cole stays on the mound for the Yankees. First pitch, Joey Rickert will foul that one back. Zach Britton, the Oriole closer, getting ready for a 9th inning.
Well, Gibbons on the right and Valencia on the left with a 3-run home run. I mean, Gibbons, he just got an idea of what he's capable of doing. I mean, electric stuff. And then, of course, they give him the lead because of the 415-foot home run by Valencia off of Sabathia.
1-1 delivery on the way, and that ball hit in the air to the corner and left. It'll be played on a hop. Turn will be made. He'll stay. As the recovery by Fraser, ball that almost got away, and Rickert's on. He's got a couple of hits. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles.
Oh, it's going. What losing streak?
It's a tough dance anyway, but trying to do it with your glove and a hat, and it's not easy, but he did it. Do the floss. Okay. Leadoff man on for the Orioles, and a strike on the inside corner.
It's one of your famous phrases nowadays.
What's that?
Anytime a kid's dancing, do the floss.
Well, that's what it is.
Well,
it is. It's great. Great dance. Do the hustle.
Well, that's
no. Do the floss.
Let's not date ourselves even more than.
Well, I don't have to worry about.
I think carbon date. They carbon date me every day.
Carbon date. Throw over.
Let's see what that. How old is that fossil that just came to the gym?
Give him a magnetic resonating test here. Is it still breathing? Or the Orioles left hand.
Yeah.
To that 5-4 lead.
Well, hard to see in center and right for Hicks and Judge. And
Mancini goes towards second base. Wade is there. Didi Gregorius had to turn a bit. Gets it there in time.
Yeah, Wade gets him to him so quickly. Even though it's a little bit off, he's able to get it. And, of course, he's looking a little bit into the sun. Tailor-made, as long as you catch it. And there's the catch. Boy, look at that. And so he gets it so quick, he can clear the runner, do a little 180. I mean, what's this little 180? I mean, there you go. He's got a good arm, and you saw it.
So 2 down.
And A.J. Cole's done a nice job.
Yes, he has. Gave up a double in the 7th inning to Scope. And the pitch will be in there for a strike. Caleb Joseph, 2 down, nobody on, 8th inning. Looking ahead to the 9th for the Yankees. Walker, Drury, Higashioka due up. Big bench still available for the Yankees as they have split the starts up for the doubleheader, getting everybody into the ball games.
Well, I suppose you could see Andujar, who's got, he's got some power. He might see him pinch hit.
That'll be out of play. Caleb with a double in his first time up, 1 for 2. Also has picked up a walk in the ball game.
I mean, Andujar's got 39 extra base hits already. What I think is 23 years old.
1-2 pitch on the way by Cole. Got to make a play down to first base. And they do for the strikeout. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors. Nobody left. We go to the 9th. The Orioles need 3 outs. They're up by 1. is brought to you by Southwest. Low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. All right, buckle them up, sports fans, because here we go. It's the ninth inning, and the Orioles have a 5-4 lead.
Yeah, the Orioles would like to win this game, and the Yankees need to win it. And, you know, Zach Britton, you can see it's been a little bit of a struggle coming back from the Achilles operation in almost the third week of December. So he's worked his way. We saw good velocity in Minnesota, got up to 97. And again, for him, you know, tried to throw a couple breaking balls, said he was going down, jokingly to work on it, but he's a sinker baller, and they are going to pinch hit here in the ninth.
Andujar will come on as the pinch hitter. Miguel Andujar putting up spectacular numbers for this ball club and does have power. Zach Britton's first appearance against the Yankees this year. Andujar will take it away. For Britton, this is going to be the 36th game against the Yankees. He's 4-4, 15 out of 16 in saves. And this, of course, is a save opportunity. 1-0 delivery. Andujar chops it. Base hit off the glove. Manny diving for it. Just got the end of the glove on it. And Andujar's got a pinch hit single to start the ninth inning.
You got a lot of Yankee fans here, so they're happy about this. I mean, the ball sinks, but it's down the middle, so you hit it a little bit harder. And boy, exit velocity, you know, you're playing pretty much straight away. So again, the harder they hit it, the better chance of getting into the outfield, and it does. So there's your tying run. Potential go-ahead run now with Drury at the plate.
Bottom third of the order. Drury a 1-for-1 off Britton. This has been a offensive game. Once the bats started going, both teams have had a lead. Britton's delivery, that'll be taken for a strike.
Yeah, he really doesn't want to pitch there, but it's nice to be able to at 96 get that high strike and then hope you get the ground ball at somebody. I mean, that's, you know, even when he went 44 for 47 for 47 year before last, there'd still be some base hits, but mostly on the ground.
Drury waiting on it. 0-1. Andujar off first base, and wild swing. He didn't touch it. The runner's going to go to second. He did not foul the ball off, said the home plate umpire, so the potential tying run is now at second base.
Well, take a look, and again, I mean, it's a sinker, and he just doesn't catch it. Now, it's going to be a wild pitch because it bounced. Well, that's one that Caleb would say, I needed to try to get in front, meant to get in front, couldn't get in front. So there's your tying run.
So the Yankees get a real shot at it. Yankees 4 for 7 with runners in scoring position today. And Drury with an 0-2 count. So Britton wants a K right here. And that's will not be it. Fouled it off. Just got a piece. So Drury stays alive 0-2.
Yeah,
Orioles have out hit them in the ball game 10-9 and have the 5-4 lead.
I don't think he would have helped him pick it up if he had swung and missed it.
No. Good speed at second base in Andujar.
Now a little bit of power at home plate. 13 home runs last year, 16 the year before.
0-2 delivery, ground ball up the middle, played by Scope, and held the bag to get the out. And by fielding it, obviously prevented the game from being tied. The runner will move up. Mancini a good stretch to get the out.
Yeah, there's the sinker, and again, you know, it's routine, except because Scope can really pick it. And look at the arm strength. Easy out, nice stretch. Meanwhile, Andujar goes over to third base. And we'll see how the Orioles are going to play it here.
So the potential tying run at third in the infield is going to be drawn in with only one away. Higashioka, the catcher, a walk, a double.
Yeah, first ball hitter, as we mentioned, fastball hitter. He's
also called out on a strike. Higashioka takes it, ball bounces, but blocked. He is looking for his first hit since being called up with a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 4. And Showalter pacing. You obviously give as Gardner coming off the bench to pinch hit for Wade.
Again, having a great weekend. Gave him the first game off, but certainly available to play. And
9th inning. Orioles up by 1. Lead off pinch hit single. Andujar's off third. 1-0 delivery. Just trying to put it in play hard somewhere and missed it.
Yeah, the illusion is, you know, he's looking something straight, well, or something hard. That's the sinker. But that the bottom drops out, and we saw it a little bit over the weekend. Finally, the velocity coming back, and that's about as good a sinker as you could throw at 97 miles per hour.
Higashioka at the plate, the 1-1.
Wow.
In the dirt again and again. It gets blocked by Caleb.
A terrific play right there. Couldn't block the other one, but it's not easy. I mean, look at this. He's got to try to backhand it and just somewhere off the heel of the glove. And Andujar is getting a nice lead. Phil Nevin. I've been talking to him, the third base coach. And he's only 23, first year in the big leagues.
He's got Beckham real close to the bag with him. And Nevin's kind of walking him down the line a little bit, but be careful. Doesn't have to go on contact, obviously. 1 down. Two ball, 1 strike delivery on the way. Higashioka takes it away. 3-1.
Yeah, you got Gardner. Brett Gardner comes out on deck, 3 for 13, and he's, of course, if you end up walking him, the infield will, I would imagine, go back, maybe double play, even though Gardner's got great speed. Hard to double up.
Andujar with the lead, 3-1. Oof, almost picked off Phil Nevin, the third base coach. That time hit it hard, but foul.
Well, he's trying to kind of orchestrate what's going on with his young third baseman, and again, just able to dodge out of the way right there. Niftily done.
Oh, a tight ball game the way it's been throughout. Yankees had an early 3-0 lead. That's the biggest lead of the ball game for either team. 3-2, 1 out. Higashioka will go down swinging for the second out.
Now Zach Britton, potential free agent, and everyone's an audition, and the scouts are looking for exactly what you saw. 3-2. He knows it's coming. Very rarely throws a breaking ball, and again the illusion is going to stay up in the zone. It goes straight down with good velocity at 95.
So Gardner, who we expect to see start game 2, will pinch hit with the 3 for 13 off Zach Britton. 2 down and a runner on at third base. So the veteran give a shot at it here. He's only had 1 at bat as a pinch hitter this year, gone 0 for 1. But Gardner, ever dangerous and always a very tough hitter to get out. 6 home runs, 25 RBIs, 12 doubles for him. Gardner hitting at .253.
Again, the game winner yesterday. I mean, he is the go-ahead run, but he would have to hit a home run to represent that. And
2 down, runner off third, and Andujar, the bunt shown. Beckham comes charging in. Pitch is taken for a ball. The infield is back.
So 13 at bats, 3 hits. Zach Britton. Again, 96 that just dive bombs.
Nevin talking to his runner again at third. Beckham moves in even with the bag. 1-0. Gardner takes it. It's that close. Got the right shoulder of the umpire twitching. 2-0.
You take a look right here, and it's kind of right where that slider to Manny was, right around the knees, probably a little low. You can see the
Great finish. First game of this doubleheader. Orioles trying to hang on for a 1-run win. 2-0 delivery. Gardner down to first, and the Orioles win it. Ground ball out by Gardner. Mancini handles it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left at third base. And the Orioles get out of a 6-game losing streak. They win this one by a score of 5-4, the first game of the doubleheader. And they earned this one. 1-run wins. They are now 6-15.